Welcome back to the deep dive, where we plunge into the truly fascinating, the wonderfully unexpected, and the downright delightful corners of knowledge.
Hmm.
And today, we're embarking on a deep dive into something that quite literally powers billions of people every single day.
Billions. It's incredible.
Fuels our creativity, brings us together in countless ways. Okay, let's unpack this. We are talking about coffee.
Coffee, that's right.
It's so much more than just a morning ritual, isn't it? It's a global phenomenon, a source of endless fascination, and, let's be honest, often the most reliable friend we have before 9 a.m.
Absolutely. Can't argue with that.
We've poured over an incredible range of sources for this deep dive, uncovering everything from ancient legends that sound like pure mythology
Mhm.
to cutting-edge trends and even some truly bizarre facts about modern coffee culture.
Yeah, the range is something else.
Get ready to have your mind and quite possibly your taste buds thoroughly stimulated.
What's truly fascinating here, beyond the sheer ubiquity of coffee, is the astonishing depth of its influence. Across history, culture, our personal lives,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Right.
Our mission today is to meticulously extract the most important insights and surprising facts about coffee from all the material we've gathered.
Sifting through it all.
Exactly. We'll be looking at curious trivia, profound historical accounts, beloved cultural traditions, even scientific revelations, all with the goal of giving you a truly well-rounded, nuanced understanding.
Not just a list of facts.
And no, the aim isn't to overwhelm you with a flood of information, but to connect the dots, revealing the intrinsic why it matters behind each fact,
Okay.
and ultimately helping you to view your next cup of coffee in an entirely new and richer light.
All right, so let's start at the very beginning of this incredible journey. Where did this magical bean actually come from?
The origin story. Always fascinating.
Now, you might already know that Ethiopia is universally recognized as the birthplace of coffee.
That's the consensus.
But here's where it gets really interesting, and frankly, a bit like a whimsical fable. The legend of its discovery.
Ah, yes, the legend.
That's a good one. We're talking about Kaldi, the goat herder. Picture this. Kaldi is tending his flock one day high up in the Ethiopian highlands, just doing his daily routine.
Right, normal day.
Suddenly, he notices his usually calm, predictable goats are behaving in a decidedly un-goat-like fashion. They're practically having a rave.
Dancing goats.
Leaping, dancing, full of an unusual, almost frenetic energy and not sleeping at night.
Indeed. This vivid anecdote perfectly illustrates how often significant human discoveries emerge from simple observation
Just watching the world around you.
and pure happenstance in the natural world. Caldy, intrigued by his goat's extraordinary behavior, didn't just dismiss it as some random anomaly.
He paid attention.
His curiosity led him to trace their sudden burst of energy back to the vibrant red berries they had been munching on from a particular evergreen shrub.
Okay, so he found the source.
This initial keen observation is critical, as it bridges a personal, serendipitous discovery with the potential for broader recognition.
Can you just imagine seeing a whole herd of giddy, dancing goats? It must have been quite a sight.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it?
So Kaldi, being a truly curious fellow, gathers some of these mystery berries, and rather than just keeping this phenomenon to himself, he shares his observations with a local monastery.
Which is a key step.
This act of sharing is incredibly important because it takes an isolated incident and brings it into a community setting.
Often the precursor to formal recognition and widespread adoption.
He was essentially crowdsourcing an answer to his goat problem.
Precisely. He presents these strange berries to a monk at the monastery, eager to show him what's causing all this goat-fueled commotion.
And the monk's reaction?
Well, initially, he isn't convinced. He likely viewed these unknown berries with suspicion, perhaps even thinking they were some kind of devil's fruit meant to disrupt their pious routines.
Ah, superstition.
In a moment of disapproval, he tosses the berries into a roaring fire.
Oh. But wait!
Exactly, that's the twist.
And that's when the real magic happens, isn't it? Because as those berries roast in the flames, this incredibly alluring, rich aroma starts to waft through the air.
The power of aroma.
It's warm, it's inviting, it's deep and complex, entirely unlike anything they've smelled before. It must have been truly captivating.
Turning a rejection into discovery.
Turning a moment of rejection into one of profound discovery.
Absolutely. That captivating aroma was the undeniable turning point. Overcome by the scent, the monk, rather than letting them burn to ash, quickly raked the glowing embers,
Okay, smart move.
gathered the now roasted beans and ground them down. He then dissolved them in hot water, creating what we can consider the very first intentional cup of
The
coffee.
first brew. And how did it go?
The effect, as the legend goes, was profound.
Yeah.
He found that drinking this new, invigorating concoction helped him stay awake and alert during his long, arduous nighttime prayers,
Ah, so it was useful, practical magic.
allowing him to deepen his spiritual practice. This blend of chance, keen observation, a curious animal, and a very human spiritual need laid the foundational myth for coffee's eventual global spread.
It's an incredible origin story, isn't it? That pivotal aha moment.
Born from curiosity and accident.
Born from the simple curiosity of a goat herder and the unexpected consequence of a monk's initial dismissal, leading to a spiritual revelation.
It really makes you think about how often true innovation stems from such humble, even accidental beginnings.
Definitely. It's a journey from a dancing goat to your morning brew, which is just wild when you think about it.
It is pretty wild.
It just goes to show you sometimes the most world-changing discoveries start with something as simple as observing the world around you.
And that observation habit continued.
From the accidental discovery by dancing goats in ancient Ethiopia, let's fast forward several centuries to a time when coffee wasn't just a stimulating drink, but a place.
The coffee house.
We're talking about coffee houses, and get this, our sources reveal that coffee houses sparked revolutions quite literally.
Literally. It sounds dramatic, but it's true.
I mean, we think of them today as comfortable spots to grab a latte and work on a laptop, but back in their heyday, they were absolute hotbeds of change and intellectual ferment.
It's a profound claim, but profoundly accurate. If we connect this to the bigger picture, coffee houses served as crucial social and intellectual hubs across Europe and the Ottoman Empire.
So not just about the coffee itself.
No, fundamentally reshaping public discourse and, in many cases, outright challenging existing power structures.
Like how? Any specific examples?
A prime example, as our sources highlight, is their documented role in planning and galvanizing support for the French Revolution.
Wow, really? The French Revolution?
These were far from mere cafes. They were vibrant meeting points for thinkers, philosophers, satirists, revolutionaries, and the general public to gather, exchange ideas, and debate the pressing issues of their time.
Imagine that. Instead of a quiet place for individual reflection, these were buzzing centers where the very fabric of society was being re-examined.
And challenged, openly.
People would meet, discuss radical pamphlets, share uncensored news, and galvanize support for revolutionary new ideas. It definitely puts a whole new spin on meeting for coffee, doesn't it?
Completely.
It sounds like they were almost like the original social media platforms, but face-to-face.
That's a great analogy. And this raises an important question. Why were coffee houses such fertile ground for these radical ideas, especially when taverns and alehouses were also prevalent?
Right, why not pubs?
The key lies in the nature of the beverages served. Taverns, fueled by alcohol, often promoted merriment, boisterous behavior, and less focused, more emotional discussion.
More rowdy, less thinking.
Often, yes. Coffee, on the other hand, with its stimulating properties, fostered alertness, clarity of thought, and sustained critical discussion.
Ah, the caffeine effect.
It wasn't just a place for discussion. It was a democratic stage, a counterbalance to the royal courts and church pulpits, where new philosophies like the Enlightenment could truly take root and flourish among the common man.
Not just the elites.
Exactly. Imagine the power of a shared space where anyone, regardless of status, could access news, debate ideas, and organize, effectively bypassing state censorship.
That's a great point about the clarity coffee inspired versus alcohol. But wasn't there also a palpable fear from authorities about these places?
Oh, absolutely.
That they fostered too much critical thinking, becoming centers for dissent that governments actively tried to control or even shut down?
You're spot on. The authorities were indeed wary. Coffee houses were seen as potential breeding grounds for sedition, precisely because they offered an alternative, unregulated public sphere.
So they tried to stop them.
Governments often tried to impose taxes, licensing restrictions, or even send in spies to monitor discussions.
Wow, spies in coffee shops.
Yet despite these efforts, their popularity and influence only grew. They became informal academies, news centers, and places for political organizing, offering an entirely new platform for public discourse outside of government-controlled forums.
So they basically couldn't be stopped.
Pretty much. It's fascinating to consider how these historical precedents continue to influence our perception of coffee shops today.
How so?
Even now, we instinctively gravitate towards them as places for work, study, and meaningful conversations, still our third place, distinct from home and work, where ideas can be freely explored.
It's incredible how a simple beverage, combined with a dedicated space for gathering, profoundly influenced the course of history
Hmm.
and continues to shape our social spaces. It highlights coffee's role not just as a drink, but as a catalyst for human connection and intellectual freedom.
Definitely a catalyst.
All right, from history-making revolutions and deep philosophical debates, let's now plunge into something that is truly, uniquely, weird.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Weird how?
Prepare yourselves, because this next fact often gets a very strong reaction. The world's most expensive coffee is processed from elephant poop.
Ah,
Yes.
that's coffee.
Seriously, I have to ask you, listening right now, would you try it? I'm genuinely curious.
While it might sound incredibly unconventional, bordering on the absurd, the process behind this exclusive coffee, known as black ivory coffee, is undeniably unique and quite meticulous.
Black ivory coffee. Got it. Where's it from?
It originates primarily from Thailand and costs an astonishing $700 per pound.
Whoa, hold on. $700 a pound?
700 US dollars per pound, making it one of the most expensive coffees globally.
Okay. Why? What's the process?
The core of its production involves coffee cherries being ingested by elephants, who then act as natural, enormous bioreactors.
So the elephants eat the coffee cherries?
Yes. Oh.
And it comes out the other end. I mean, how does that particular journey make it better? Is it just the rarity, or is there a genuine scientific reason behind it?
What's truly fascinating here is the role of the elephant's digestive system. As the coffee cherries pass through the elephant's gut, their powerful digestive enzymes break down specific proteins within the coffee beans.
Proteins.
These proteins are often largely responsible for the bitter notes we sometimes perceive in coffee. By breaking them down naturally, the process mellows the coffee's flavor,
Ah, less bitter.
resulting in a cup that is remarkably smooth, incredibly low in bitterness, and often described as having distinct earthy, chocolatey, and even nutty notes.
So it actually changes the chemistry.
It's a natural fermentation process, but with an elephant as the very large, very slow fermenter. The beans are then meticulously collected by hand from the elephant's waste, carefully cleaned and processed further.
Hand collected. Wow. Okay, so it's essentially a form of natural pre-digestion that refines the flavor profile. That's wild.
It is rather unique.
But the price tag, $700 a pound, that's absolutely astronomical.
Yeah.
What drives that kind of cost for something? Well, found in elephant droppings. Is it purely for the shock value?
The extreme cost is driven by a confluence of factors, host. Firstly, there's the extreme rarity. A significant amount of coffee cherries are required to produce a very small yield of usable beans.
Because they get damaged.
Many are chewed, broken, or simply not recovered from the waste. Secondly, the collection process is incredibly labor-intensive, requiring careful foraging and cleaning in often challenging conditions.
Right, I can imagine.
And finally, there's the novelty and exotic factor. It's an ultra-premium, unique culinary experience that caters to a very specific, adventurous, and affluent palate.
Willing to pay for the story.
Willing to pay a premium for perceived exclusivity and a truly distinctive flavor profile. Beyond the novelty, black ivory coffee highlights a fascinating economic principle.
Which is?
When scarcity is manufactured or perceived and combined with an exotic narrative, the perceived value can skyrocket, far exceeding any intrinsic quality improvement.
So it's smart marketing meets rare process.
It's a masterclass in luxury branding and the human pursuit of unique, often extravagant culinary experiences.
It certainly makes you consider the boundaries of your own adventurous palate, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, I love coffee, but $700 a pound for elephant poop coffee. I'm not sure if my adventurousness stretches quite that far just yet.
It's definitely a niche market.
But you can't deny the ingenuity and the sheer audacity of it. It's definitely a conversation starter. Hashtag tag 2.2, record-breaking brews and feats of coffee endurance.
Absolutely. A major conversation starter.
From the ridiculously expensive and unusual, let's now shift to the ridiculously large and long.
Okay, large and long.
So what does this all mean? That even coffee, our everyday beloved beverage, has its competitive record-breaking side.
Guinness World Records territory.
You wouldn't immediately think coffee would lend itself to extreme feats or world records, but apparently the passion it inspires can manifest in truly wild ways.
Indeed, the human fascination with pushing boundaries and celebrating the extraordinary extends even to the realm of coffee.
Like what kind of records are we talking?
Our sources touch on several examples, illustrating this playful, yet often logistically complex competitive spirit. We've seen records set for the world's largest cup of coffee ever brewed.
The biggest cup, how big we talking?
Imagine the sheer scale of that undertaking, not just brewing it, but finding a container large enough and distributing it safely and efficiently to thousands of people.
Okay, look this one up. The largest cup ever brewed was a staggering 3,700 gallons.
3,700 gallons. That's immense.
Created in Honduras, celebrating their vibrant coffee industry, that's enough to fill a small swimming pool, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
It took dozens of people, massive custom equipment, and a whole lot of logistical planning, not just to brew it, but to distribute it safely to thousands of eager spectators.
An enormous undertaking, a true testament to the power of collective effort fueled by coffee.
Totally. What else?
And then there's the flip side. The longest marathon spent continuously drinking coffee.
Oh, wow. How long are we talking?
Imagine the mental and physical toll of staying awake, consuming caffeine continuously, and enduring countless bathroom breaks over an extended period.
That sounds painful.
These aren't just quirky facts. They're testaments to human dedication, sometimes bordering on obsession, for this beloved beverage.
Dedication, or maybe madness.
These endeavors, while seemingly whimsical, showcase the sheer scale of passion within the coffee community. For the longest marathon, it's a feat of endurance and mental fortitude.
Right.
Managing caffeine intake and its physiological effects over an extended period, pushing the body's limits.
It just goes to show how something so common can inspire such extraordinary, even eccentric feats. It's a fun reminder that our passion for coffee can manifest in truly wild ways, from chasing the ultimate rare bean to setting a world record for drinking the most of it.
It's all part of the wonderfully diverse tapestry of coffee culture and the human spirit's desire to push boundaries.
Definitely pushing boundaries there. Okay, we've talked about ancient legends and modern records, but now let's talk about something a little more grounded, or rather, ungrounded in reality.
Time for some myth busting.
It's time for some serious myth busting. We've all heard the stories, the old wives' tales, the persistent rumors about coffee. So let's dive in and bust some common coffee myths, separating popular belief from evidence-based fact.
What's fascinating here is how misinformation, even about something as ubiquitous as coffee, can spread and persist through generations, often without any scientific backing.
Like what? Give me a classic.
For instance, a very old and stubborn myth claims that coffee stunts your growth.
Oh yeah, I heard that one growing up. Don't drink coffee, you'll stay short.
Exactly. This idea likely emerged from general concerns about caffeine's effects, especially on children and adolescents. But there's simply no credible scientific basis linking moderate coffee consumption to inhibited physical growth.
So totally false.
It's purely folklore, no evidence.
Yeah, I definitely remember my older relatives telling me that when I was growing up. And then there's the one about coffee being extremely dehydrating, right?
Yes, the dehydration myth.
Like, you need to drink 2 glasses of water for every single cup of coffee or you'll shrivel up. Is that actually true?
That's another incredibly persistent one, and it's largely an overstatement. While caffeine does have a mild diuretic effect.
Meaning it makes you pee more.
Correct. It can cause you to produce more urine. But extensive studies have shown that for regular coffee drinkers, this effect is significantly lessened as the body builds a tolerance.
Your body adapts.
It adapts efficiently. Furthermore, the water content of the coffee itself largely offsets this mild diuretic effect.
So the coffee itself hydrates you a bit too.
Exactly. Moderate coffee consumption does not typically lead to dehydration. In fact, it contributes to your daily fluid intake.
That's genuinely good news for my hydration levels and my coffee habit. Phew.
You're probably fine.
And here's one I hear all the time, often repeated by people who prefer a very specific roast. That dark roast coffee has inherently more caffeine than light roast.
Oh, that's a big one.
It seems intuitive because it tastes stronger and bolder, right?
It's a very common misconception, host, and one that trips up many coffee lovers. Dark roast beans actually tend to have less caffeine than light roast beans.
Less? Really?
Or at least a comparable amount depending on how you measure it. During the longer, hotter roasting process for dark roasts, some of the caffeine can actually be cooked out or sublimated away.
So the heat destroys some caffeine?
Potentially, yes. Lighter roasts, having a shorter and cooler roast profile, retain more of the original bean's caffeine content.
Huh.
The perception of a stronger taste in dark roast often comes from the more pronounced, bitter, smoky, and bold flavors that develop during the extended roasting.
Not the caffeine kick.
Not necessarily from a higher caffeine content. Caffeine content ultimately varies more significantly by bean type. Robusta beans inherently have more caffeine than Arabica, regardless of roast level and by brewing method.
That's genuinely surprising for a lot of people, I bet, myself included initially. It really flips the script on what many assume.
It does indeed.
So this segment is really about empowering you, our listener, with accurate, evidence-based information to make truly informed choices about your daily cup.
Knowledge is power.
It allows you to appreciate coffee more deeply, separating popular belief from scientific fact and truly understanding what's going into your body and your brew.
Absolutely. Understanding is key.
All right, now that we've busted some pervasive myths, let's get down to the art and science of actually creating a delicious cup. And it all begins with the incredible transformation that happens during roasting.
The roasting process, crucial.
So the age-old question, a classic dilemma that sparks many lively discussions. Light roast versus dark roast, which is better, and why?
The eternal debate. The choice between light and dark roast is less about one being inherently better in an objective sense.
It's subjective.
More about understanding how the fundamental process of roasting impacts the beans and, critically, the resulting flavor profile.
Okay, so how does roasting work, basically?
Roasting involves applying heat to green coffee beans, which triggers a complex series of chemical reactions. These include the Maillard reaction.
Like searing meat.
Similar principle, yes. Responsible for hundreds of delicious aroma and flavor compounds, think nutty, bready, or even chocolatey notes that make coffee so complex and enticing.
Wow, hundreds.
And then there's caramelization, which is literally the browning of the bean's natural sugars, adding sweetness and body. Different durations and temperatures dramatically alter the bean's structure and flavor compounds.
So what does a lighter roast specifically bring to the table? For someone like me who started with darker, bolder coffees, is there a learning curve to truly appreciate them?
That's a fantastic question.
How does the roasting process preserve those delicate notes that might get incinerated in a darker roast?
There absolutely can be a learning curve, or rather an evolving palate journey. Lighter roast is characterized by a shorter roasting time and lower temperatures.
Quick and not too hot.
Right. This process is designed to retain more of the bean's original inherent characteristics, often reflecting its specific origin, varietal, and processing methods.
So you taste the bean itself more.
Exactly. You'll frequently find lighter roasts showcasing higher acidity, a pleasant, bright tanginess, often compared to the zest of citrus or the crispness of a fine wine.
Okay, acidity isn't bad then.
Not at all. It's brightness. Along with more delicate floral, fruity, or even herbaceous notes, the body tends to be lighter, and the flavors are often described as more complex, nuanced, and truly reflective of the bean's terroir.
Terroir, like in wine.
Precisely. That unique sense of place derived from the soil, climate, and altitude where the coffee grew. A light roast is designed to let those qualities shine. It requires a different kind of appreciation, focusing on subtlety rather than brute force of flavor.
That makes perfect sense. It's like tasting a single malt whiskey versus a blended one, appreciating the specific origins.
A very apt comparison.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the dark roast, which is what a lot of people grew up with and instinctively think of as strong coffee.
Exactly. Darker roasts involve a significantly longer and hotter roasting process.
Pushed further.
This develops a more pronounced, often smoky, intensely bitter, and deeply chocolatey flavor profile. The high temperatures cause the bean's natural oils to migrate to the surface.
That oily sheen you see.
That's it, giving dark roasts their characteristic sheen. You'll find a fuller body, generally less acidity, and the original delicate nuances of the bean often give way to the more robust flavors imparted by the roasting process itself.
So the roast flavor dominates.
Largely, yes. Think notes of dark chocolate, toasted nuts, caramel, and a robust, sometimes intense, smokiness or char. The strength people perceive is often that bold, roasty character, not necessarily higher caffeine.
Right, like we busted that myth earlier. So it's not about one being superior, but about distinctly different experiences.
Precisely.
If you want to taste the individual, intricate fingerprint of the bean and its origin, you lean towards a light roast. If you crave that classic, bold, rich coffee flavor that might remind you of a traditional Italian espresso or a deep diner brew, you go dark.
It truly comes down to individual preference, but also how different roasts are suited for different brewing methods or even food pairings, as we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Understanding this helps you, our listener, understand what you are tasting and how to choose a roast that best suits your palate, and truly appreciate the incredible craft that went into transforming that green bean.
Makes sense. Okay, once you've got your perfectly roasted beans, the next crucial step in the coffee journey is brewing.
The moment of truth.
And here's another classic debate that sparks passionate discussion among coffee aficionados. Drip brewing versus pour over the ultimate coffee showdown. Which method truly reigns supreme for the perfect cup?
Ah, the brewing battle.
Yeah.
Each method, host, has its distinct advantages and, crucially, produces a different kind of cup, catering to various preferences and situations.
So let's start with drip, the classic machine.
Drip brewing, for example, is widely celebrated for its unparalleled convenience, consistency, and sheer ease of use.
Set it and forget it, basically.
Pretty much. It's often the default for larger batches, ideal for busy households or offices where multiple cups are needed efficiently and without much fuss.
You just hit a button and you get coffee. It's reliable, no fuss, and it's what most people instinctively think of when they imagine a home coffee maker.
It's the workhorse.
It's the workhorse of the coffee world, really.
Precisely. The automation handles the precise water heating and dispersion, leading to a consistently good, if sometimes less nuanced, cup.
So what's the taste like, typically?
The resulting cup profile from drip brewing often yields a bolder, more body-heavy coffee. The extended contact time between the water and grounds, combined with the filter type, contributes to a robust, comforting flavor that many find deeply satisfying.
Okay. Bold and comforting. Got it.
It's about efficiency meeting satisfactory flavor.
But then you have pour over, which feels much more like an artisanal craft, almost a meditative practice.
It definitely has that ritualistic quality.
You see people meticulously pouring water in controlled circles, observing the bloom of the coffee, taking their time. It's definitely a more involved, hands-on process.
It is indeed a more manual and intensely controlled approach, which is precisely why it's so popular among connoisseurs and those who appreciate the ritual of brewing.
So what's the advantage of all that control?
Pour-over allows the brewer to exert precise control over crucial variables: the exact water temperature, the flow rate of the water as it saturates the grounds, and even the grind size.
You're in charge of everything.
This meticulous control allows the brewer to extract very specific flavor compounds, often leading to a cleaner, brighter, and more nuanced cup.
Cleaner. How so?
The efficient separation of the grounds from the brewed coffee, often through a paper filter, minimizes over-extraction and bitterness, allowing those delicate notes we discussed with light roasts to truly shine.
So a pour-over really highlights those delicate notes from a lighter roast, for instance, that might get lost or muddled in a more automated drip machine.
Exactly. It's designed for that.
It sounds like it's designed to bring out the very best, most specific qualities of the bean.
Precisely. While drip coffee offers a comforting, robust, and bold experience for many, pour-over excels at clarity, precision, and the ability to highlight those delicate, subtle notes.
That might otherwise be hidden.
Exactly. That might be masked or lost in other methods. It's about the art of extraction and revealing the subtler, more complex aspects of the coffee.
So different tools for different goals.
The choice truly transforms the coffee experience, moving from efficiency to artisanal precision, from consistency to connoisseurship, empowering you, our listener, to experiment with these methods at home can help you discover your personal perfect brew.
Whatever that might be.
Whether that's the reliable convenience of a drip machine or the careful, intentional craft of a pour-over.
Right. Finding your own groove. So we've covered the transformative power of roasting and the nuanced differences in brewing methods, but what about how technology and a little bit of homemade magic are changing the game for the home coffee enthusiast?
The modern touches.
We've got to ask, smart coffee makers and gadgets, do they actually improve the brew, or are they just fancy bells and whistles adding unnecessary complexity?
Modern coffee technology has introduced a fascinating array of gadgets and smart devices designed to enhance the home brewing experience.
Like what kind of tech?
We're talking about smart coffee makers with app control that let you brew from bed.
Brew from bed. The dream.
Integrated grinders that ensure fresh grounds every time, and machines that boast precise temperature regulation and pre-programmable settings for various brew styles.
So taking the guesswork out.
The overarching idea is to reduce human variability, eliminate common errors, and offer unparalleled consistency in your daily cup.
So instead of guessing the water temperature, which can really affect the extraction, a smart machine just knows and maintains it perfectly.
That's the goal, yes.
And I can indeed start my coffee from bed. That sounds pretty luxurious and, dare I say, almost essential for a truly groggy morning.
It certainly offers a significant leap in convenience and consistency. Many of these gadgets do genuinely enhance the brew by eliminating common human errors and optimizing key brewing parameters.
No, they do make better coffee.
By controlling variables, yes. For example, precise temperature control ensures optimal extraction, preventing bitter notes from water that's too hot or underdeveloped, sour flavors from water that's too cool.
Right, temperature is key.
Integrated grinders mean you're always using freshly ground beans, which is absolutely crucial for preserving aromatics and flavor.
Fresh grind is non-negotiable.
So, while they primarily offer convenience and consistency, these factors indirectly contribute to a demonstrably better tasting cup by optimizing those critical elements. They democratize good brewing by removing some of the guesswork.
That makes a lot of sense, especially for those busy mornings when precision might be the last thing on your mind. But what about for those of us who prefer a more analog, hands-on approach, but still want to elevate our coffee experience beyond just the beans and brewing?
Ah, the DIY route.
That's where the DIY magic comes in, right? Like making your own coffee syrup and creamer easy recipes at home.
Absolutely. Homemade coffee syrups and creamers are a fantastic, creative way to personalize your coffee and simultaneously avoid the artificial additives, excessive sugars, and preservatives often found in store-bought versions.
Get rid of the junk.
You can easily make simple syrups like vanilla, caramel, cinnamon, or even more adventurous flavors like lavender or cardamom by dissolving sugar in water with your chosen flavorings and simmering briefly.
Sounds simple enough. And creamers.
For creamers, you can customize the base with different milks, dairy, or plant-based, and add a touch of natural sweetness and flavorings, often using ingredients you already have in your pantry.
So you're not just adding flavor, you're gaining complete control over the quality and type of ingredients too.
Total control.
No high fructose corn syrup, no artificial colors or mysterious stabilizers. It sounds like a healthier, tastier alternative.
Exactly. The benefits are clear. Complete control over ingredients, allowing you to tailor the sweetness and flavor to your precise liking and dietary needs, and the freshness factor is unparalleled.
Fresh is always better.
This approach beautifully balances the convenience of a flavored coffee with the craft of knowing exactly what's in your cup. It's all about creatively elevating the home coffee setup.
Making it your own.
Finding that sweet spot between modern convenience and that personal artisanal touch that makes your coffee truly yours.
I love that. Making it truly yours. Speaking of elevating your homebrew, we've gathered some brilliant shortcuts and clever ideas for you from our sources.
The coffee hacks. Always popular.
These aren't just minor tweaks. We're talking about 10 life-changing coffee hacks, from ice cube tricks to flavor boosts. These are the kind of tips that once you know them, you can't imagine going back to your old ways.
These hacks truly showcase the ingenuity within the coffee community, finding simple yet incredibly effective solutions for common challenges that every coffee drinker faces.
Okay, hit me with one. What's a game changer?
Let's look at a few examples. One incredibly popular and effective hack, especially for iced coffee lovers, is using coffee ice cubes.
Ah, yes. No more watery iced coffee. That is a genuine game changer right there.
It is.
Because nothing's worse than that delicious cold brew or iced latte getting diluted into oblivion by regular water ice cubes. It's such a simple solution.
Precisely. By freezing leftover coffee, or even brewing extra specifically for this purpose into ice cubes, you ensure that as they slowly melt, they only add more coffee,
Reinforcing the flavor.
maintaining the strength, richness, and intended flavor of your drink until the very last sip. It's a fundamental principle of flavor preservation.
Love it. What's another one? Something maybe less obvious.
Another surprising but highly effective hack is adding a tiny pinch of salt to your coffee grounds before brewing.
Salt in coffee. I've heard of salt-enhancing chocolate or caramel, but this is a new one for me. How does that possibly work without making it taste salty?
It sounds counterintuitive, I know.
That sounds counterintuitive.
Not at all, and it's quite fascinating from a scientific perspective. Salt is a natural bitterness suppressor.
It fights bitterness.
Our taste buds register bitterness very strongly, and a tiny amount of salt can actually trick our palate, smoothing out and reducing the perceived harshness or bitterness in your coffee. By doing so, it allows the sweeter, more pleasant, and nuanced notes, the inherent flavors of the beans, to shine through more prominently.
So it brings out the good stuff.
We're talking a pinch, not a spoonful, so you won't taste the salt itself, just a magically smoother cup. It's a trick that can truly transform a mediocre or even slightly over-extracted cup.
That's incredible. I'm definitely trying that tomorrow morning. Okay, what about keeping beans fresh? That's always a challenge, especially if you buy in larger quantities.
Freshness. Key issue. For maintaining optimal freshness, the key hack is simple but absolutely crucial. Always store whole beans in an opaque, airtight container.
Opaque and airtight. Got it.
In a cool, dark place, away from light, heat, and moisture. Never in the refrigerator or freezer unless you're storing for very long periods in a perfectly vacuum-sealed bag.
Why not the freezer? I thought that kept things fresh.
Moisture and freezer burn can degrade flavor significantly. Grinding your beans just before brewing is paramount, as ground coffee loses its aromatics and delicate flavor compounds much, much faster than whole beans.
Like, how much faster?
Often within minutes, not hours.
Minutes. Wow. Okay, so invest in a good grinder and only grind what you need for that moment. Got it.
Essential.
And for an immediate impact on your drinking experience, something subtle but surprisingly effective, pre-warming your mug.
Yes, this is often overlooked, but makes a significant difference.
How so?
Pouring steaming hot coffee into a cold ceramic or glass mug instantly drops the temperature of your brew by several degrees. This gelling can immediately alter its flavor profile,
Kills the vibe.
diminishing some of the delicate aromatics and making it taste cooler than intended. A pre-warmed mug ensures your coffee stays at its optimal drinking temperature longer,
So you can actually taste it properly.
allowing you to savor all its nuances and complex flavors as they were meant to be enjoyed.
Okay, that makes so much sense. I can picture how much more enjoyable that first sip would be. And another clever one, if you're making French press coffee,
French press tips.
let the grounds steep for about 4 minutes. Then instead of immediately pressing the plunger all the way down, just break the crust of grounds that forms on top and let it sit for another few minutes before gently plunging.
Ah, the crust break. Why do that?
Apparently, this allows more of the fine particles to settle, giving you a cleaner, less silty cup.
That's an excellent tip for French press users, host. The additional settling time truly makes a noticeable difference in the clarity and mouthfeel.
Good to know. Any more quick wins?
And here's one more. For an instant flavor boost to your brewed coffee, consider adding a pinch of cinnamon or cocoa powder directly to your coffee grounds before brewing.
Right in with the grounds.
Yes. The hot water extracts the subtle flavors, infusing your cup with a delightful aroma and taste without adding sugar or extra liquids.
Nice. Easy flavor without sweetness.
These hacks collectively demonstrate how small, often simple adjustments or additions can yield significant improvements, providing actionable, easy-to-implement tips that can immediately elevate your daily coffee routine.
Turning good coffee into great coffee.
It's exactly.
Love those hacks. Okay, we've talked about the science, the hacks, and the technical aspects of coffee, but now let's explore how this incredible beverage truly unites us across the globe.
The cultural dimension, it's huge.
Coffee traditions vary globally, from the ancient, elaborate ritual of Turkish coffee to the warming, spirited Irish coffee. What's truly unique and revealing in how different cultures approach their daily brew.
What's truly fascinating here is how these diverse traditions deeply reflect cultural values, historical circumstances, and specific forms of hospitality.
So it's more than just how they make it.
Much more. Take Turkish coffee, for instance. It's far more than just a drink. It's a centuries-old ritual, deeply embedded in social gatherings, often used to welcome guests, and it even plays a role in fortune-telling.
Fortune-telling. With coffee grounds.
Yes, that's a key part of the tradition.
Wow. Okay, tell me about the preparation itself. It's incredibly unique and specific, isn't it?
It is. It's not just a quick brew. It's an experience from start to finish.
How's it made?
It's prepared in a special small pot called a sazé, using very finely ground coffee, almost powder-like, along with sugar and water, often spiced delicately with cardamom for an aromatic twist.
Super fine grind. Got it.
This mixture is slowly brought to a boil over low heat, creating a distinctive foam that's crucial to its character. It's then poured, unfiltered, into small cups.
Unfiltered, so the grounds are in the cup.
Yes, allowing the fine coffee grounds to settle at the bottom. After the coffee is consumed, it's a common practice to turn the cup upside down onto the saucer, let the grounds dry,
And then read the patterns.
and then have your fortune read from the intricate patterns left behind. It's a profound symbol of hospitality, connection, and a moment for contemplation.
That's such a rich, almost mystical tradition, connecting people not just over a drink, but over shared stories and even potential futures. Very cool.
That's deeply embedded in the culture.
And then we have something completely different, like Irish coffee, which feels a lot more contemporary in its origins, but also deeply steeped in its own kind of history.
Irish coffee is a perfect example of how a warming, comforting drink born out of a practical need can become a beloved cultural staple.
What are the key ingredients? It's pretty specific, right?
Its specific ingredients: hot, strong coffee, a teaspoon of brown sugar to sweeten, a generous measure of Irish whiskey, and then, crucially, a layer of freshly whipped cream floated gently on top are non-negotiable.
Gotta have the cream float. And the whiskey, of course. Where'd it come from?
Its historical context dates back to the 1940s, famously invented by Joe Sheridan, a chef in Foynes, Ireland, to warm up American passengers during a long, cold layover before transatlantic flights.
Ah, born out of necessity and hospitality.
It's a pick-me-up and a dessert all in one,
Yeah.
a masterclass in clever improvisation, becoming a cherished, globally recognized tradition.
So, you have Turkish coffee, an ancient ceremonial drink laden with symbolism, and Irish coffee, born out of necessity and hospitality in a cold climate.
Wildly different origins and rituals.
Yet both are deeply cherished and iconic. It truly shows how coffee transcends its role as a mere beverage to become a ritual, a social lubricant, and a powerful symbol of cultural identity in wildly different societies. It's an invitation for you, our listener, to appreciate this rich, diverse tapestry of global coffee practices, and perhaps even try a new tradition in your own home to connect with different cultures.
A delicious way to connect.
Definitely. Beyond specific rituals, coffee weaves itself into the very fabric of our popular culture, becoming an omnipresent force. It's
And
everywhere.
you really can't escape it.
From our dining tables to the silver screen, even making us laugh on the internet. Let's talk about coffee and food pairings first. What foods truly pair perfectly with coffee?
Ooh, food pairings. Fun topic.
From donuts to chocolate, what are our favorites and why do they work so well?
Coffee's remarkable versatility means it pairs beautifully with an astonishingly wide range of foods, often creating a harmonious balance of sweetness, bitterness, and texture that elevates both the drink and the dish.
So what's a classic pairing and why does it work?
Classic pairings, like a rich, dark chocolate with a bold, dark roast coffee, work wonderfully because the coffee's inherent bitterness is complemented by the chocolate's sweetness.
Bitter meets sweet.
And both often share complex, robust flavor notes like deep cocoa, earthiness, or even subtle fruitiness.
Ah, shared flavor notes. Makes sense. What about pastries?
A sweet donut or a delicate pastry, on the other hand, provides a lovely, comforting contrast to a balanced, medium-bodied brew,
Contrast instead of complement.
allowing the coffee's brightness to cut through the richness and sweetness of the pastry without overwhelming it. It's all about enhancing both elements through thoughtful contrast or delightful synergy.
It's all about that perfect synergy, finding that sweet spot where flavors complement and elevate each other. I love that.
It's culinary chemistry.
And beyond the plate, coffee is also a silent or not-so-silent star in movies. Our sources mention iconic coffee shop scenes in films from Harry Potter to La La Land.
Coffee shops on screen, they're everywhere.
What makes these scenes so memorable, and why do filmmakers so often choose a coffee shop as a backdrop?
Coffee shop scenes often serve as incredibly versatile and pivotal backdrops for character development, crucial conversations, or simply to establish a specific mood and setting that feels relatable and authentic.
Like in Harry Potter, where do they hang out?
In Harry Potter, locations like the Three Broomsticks or other magical cafes are classic gathering points for students and wizards alike, often where important information is exchanged, plots are hatched, or pivotal revelations occur.
Ah, plot devices. And La La Land.
In La La Land, a coffee shop is where the main characters frequently meet, work, and dream, symbolizing their artistic aspirations, the struggles of young creatives, and the intersection of their lives.
So it represents their hopes and struggles.
They are spaces where lives intersect, ideas are born, relationships blossom, or sometimes, tragically, unravel the perfect canvas for human drama because they are so intrinsically linked to our daily lives.
It's amazing how a simple setting can carry so much narrative weight. And if that wasn't enough, coffee also gives us endless laughs.
Oh, the memes.
Laughing at coffee memes relating to every coffee lover's struggle. Seriously, who hasn't seen a meme about needing that first cup before you can even think about interacting with the world?
The "don't talk to me before coffee" meme? A classic.
Or the sheer panic of an empty coffee pot.
Coffee memes beautifully and hilariously capture universal experiences and shared frustrations among coffee lovers worldwide. Whether it's the unbearable morning grogginess before the caffeine kicks in,
The zombie phase.
the existential dread of running out of beans, the meticulous process of brewing, or the sheer, unadulterated joy of that perfectly brewed cup.
That sigh of relief.
These memes create an instant sense of community through shared humor. They reflect a collective understanding of coffee's indispensable, sometimes all-consuming role in our daily lives, and the sometimes comedic struggles associated with it.
We've all been there.
It's a testament to how deeply ingrained coffee is, that we can all find common ground in the humor it inspires.
It truly highlights coffee's omnipresence and how it connects us through shared experiences. Whether we're savoring a perfectly paired meal, watching a dramatic scene unfold in a bustling cafe, or just having a chuckle at a relatable meme on social media.
It's a true cultural touchstone.
Totally. The way we connect with coffee and with each other through coffee is constantly evolving, fostering a vibrant and dynamic modern community.
The community aspect is strong.
Take coffee subscriptions, for example. Are monthly coffee subscriptions truly worth it, or are they just another luxury? We review popular services, but from a broader perspective, what's your take on their value?
Monthly coffee subscriptions offer a highly curated and convenient experience that can be incredibly beneficial for dedicated coffee enthusiasts and curious explorers alike.
What are the main benefits?
The pros are significant. You get the unparalleled convenience of having fresh, often freshly roasted beans delivered directly to your door, eliminating last-minute grocery runs.
Convenience is huge.
More importantly, it's an exciting opportunity for discovery. You're regularly introduced to new, often independent roasters, unique single-origin beans from diverse regions, or expertly crafted blends you might never have found otherwise.
So you try stuff you wouldn't normally pick.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of selecting high-quality coffee and broadens your palate.
So it's like a surprise gift to yourself every month, and you get to expand your coffee horizons without even trying. That sounds like a dream for someone who loves variety.
It's a delightful way to explore the vast world of coffee without having to do extensive research yourself. However, there are potential cons to consider as well.
Like what? The downsides.
The cost can often be higher than buying beans locally or in bulk, and there's always the possibility of receiving a coffee that doesn't quite match your personal preferences, depending on the service's curation style.
Right, you might get a dud sometimes.
So it's a balance between a curated, convenient experience and a financial commitment to a particular selection.
That's a good point about the commitment and personal taste. But speaking of community, one of my absolute favorite parts of doing this deep dive is hearing from you, our listener.
The listener connection.
Our sources remind us about sharing listener stories, your unique coffee experiences and traditions. It's so amazing to hear how personal and deeply ingrained coffee is for everyone.
These personal stories truly highlight the diverse and profoundly personal relationship people have with coffee, whether it's a cherished family tradition passed down through generations,
Like Grandma's Special Brew.
a specific coffee shop that holds sentimental value as a meeting place, or a unique, almost sacred brewing ritual that starts their day.
Your personal coffee ceremony.
These anecdotes underscore that coffee is far more than just a beverage. It's intricately intertwined with memories, relationships, and the very rhythms of daily life. It's a shared cultural anchor with countless individual interpretations.
And sometimes those connections involve our furry friends. We've even seen a trend of cute coffee shop pets, our favorite furry barista's charming customers.
Ah yes, the cafe cat or dog.
I love walking into a cafe and seeing a friendly dog or cat greeting customers. It adds such a unique, homely charm and instantly brightens the atmosphere.
It absolutely does. The presence of pets in coffee shops, especially well-behaved ones, often creates a more relaxed, welcoming, and community-oriented atmosphere.
Makes it feel less transactional.
It's a unique charm that makes the space feel more like an extension of home, fostering a sense of warmth, connection, and often spontaneous conversations among patrons and staff. It humanizes the experience and adds an unexpected layer of comfort.
Totally agree. And speaking of connections, as hosts of this show, we definitely have our own spirited coffee opinions.
Oh, we do.
Debating the best coffee drink, it's practically our friendly argument every time we talk coffee. For me, a perfectly executed pour-over always wins.
Always the pour-over for you.
The clarity, the way it highlights those delicate flavor profiles, absolutely unbeatable for a pure coffee experience.
And for me, while I deeply appreciate the nuance and artistry of a pour-over, there's a certain comfort, ritual, and satisfying punch in a well-made, simple Americano.
Ah, the Americano. Strong and straightforward.
It's the pure essence of the espresso, without too much distraction, allowing the rich, bold notes to speak for themselves.
See? Friendly argument.
This playful debate really highlights the utterly subjective nature of what constitutes best, and it's a conversation many coffee lovers have in their own circles.
Everyone has their favorite.
It just goes to show that coffee is a shared passion, a topic of endless discussion, and a wonderful way to connect with others, even through friendly disagreement and differing preferences.
Exactly. Taking that passion for connection on the road, let's explore coffee through the lens of travel.
Coffee tourism.
Our sources bring up visiting America's best coffee cities, from Seattle, the spiritual home of specialty coffee, to New Orleans with its deeply unique traditions. What makes these places stand out?
These cities represent distinct and incredibly influential pillars of American coffee culture, each offering a unique pilgrimage for the coffee enthusiast.
Let's start with Seattle. What's their story?
Seattle, for example, is widely recognized as a pioneering, almost revolutionary force in the specialty coffee movement. It's not just the birthplace of major coffee chains that globalized coffee culture,
That's part of it.
but also countless independent roasters and baristas who define an era, emphasizing quality beans, expert roasting techniques, and the transformative cafe experience. Its influence on how Americans consume and appreciate coffee is truly undeniable,
So it set the standard, in a way.
with a legacy of innovation.
So if you're a serious coffee lover, a pilgrimage to Seattle is almost mandatory to see, where a lot of the modern coffee scene really took off and continues to evolve.
It's historically significant, definitely.
You're talking about a city where coffee isn't just a drink, it's an identity. And then you have New Orleans, which has a completely different, very distinct coffee tradition steeped in its own rich history.
Absolutely. New Orleans' coffee culture is famous worldwide for its unique chicory blend.
Chicory. Right. What is that exactly?
Chicory, which is a roasted and ground root, is often mixed with coffee, giving it a distinctive, bittersweet, earthy, almost nutty flavor.
Why did they start adding chicory?
This tradition actually emerged out of necessity during the American Civil War, when coffee imports were disrupted and chicory was used as a filler to extend limited supplies.
Ah, making supplies last longer. Clever.
It's since become an iconic and beloved part of the city's culinary identity, deeply intertwined with beignets and Creole cuisine, offering a robust, full-bodied, and culturally significant coffee experience unlike anywhere else.
A taste of history.
It's a taste of history in every sip.
So whether you're looking for cutting-edge espresso and pour-overs or a taste of history in a truly unique cup, these cities offer distinct and memorable experiences.
Definitely worth exploring.
And speaking of travel, our sources also bring up coffee culture in airports worth the layover or not.
Ah, airport coffee, the great variable.
That's a whole different ballgame from a carefully planned coffee road trip or local cafe hopping.
Indeed, host. Airport coffee culture presents a fascinating contrast to the deliberate craft found in dedicated coffee cities. While you might occasionally stumble upon a surprisingly decent cup in a major international hub,
Occasionally, maybe.
the primary focus is often convenience, speed, and standardization, rather than artisanal quality or unique experience. It's more about providing a quick caffeine fix for harried travelers on the go.
Get in, get caffeine, get out.
The value of airport coffee truly depends on your needs. During a layover, sometimes a familiar chain coffee is exactly what you need to feel grounded amidst travel chaos.
Comfort coffee.
But rarely is it an experience to savor or seek out for its intrinsic quality. It's a means to an end.
So it's about managing expectations. Don't expect Seattle in Terminal B.
Generally, no.
This whole section is an invitation to explore coffee through travel, appreciate regional nuances, and perhaps even inspire you to plan your next trip around your taste for a great cup, discovering new favorites along the way.
A delicious reason to travel.
Definitely. All right, before we leave the captivating world of community and connection, let's indulge in a little creative fantasy.
Ooh, I like this.
We're going to design our dream coffee shop the ultimate haven, a true third place. What would be on your absolute must-have list for features, food, and atmosphere?
Okay, dream coffee shop. For me, the dream coffee shop would unequivocally prioritize sustainability at every single level, making it integral to its identity.
Sustainability first. Makes sense. How?
That means ethically sourced beans with completely transparent supply chains, ensuring fair wages for farmers. You would use compostable or reusable packaging, have energy-efficient equipment, and perhaps even source its power from renewables.
So eco-conscious from top to bottom. What about the vibe?
The atmosphere itself would be bright and airy with abundant natural light, a profusion of lush, living plants, and thoughtfully designed acoustics,
Good acoustics are underrated.
creating a calm yet incredibly inviting space for both quiet work and lively conversation. Lots of green.
Oh, I absolutely love that focus on sustainability and biophilic design, like bringing the outside in.
Exactly.
And for me, the features would definitely include a dedicated focus zone with sound dampening panels, perhaps even individual pods for deep work.
Ah, catering to different needs.
Yeah.
Smart.
Complete with ergonomic seating and ample power outlets. But crucially, there would also be a vibrant communal area with big, plush, comfy couches and inviting tables for lively conversations and impromptu meetings.
The best of both worlds.
A beautiful duality, really, catering to both introverts and extroverts. As for food, beyond stellar, freshly baked pastries, I'd love to see more savory, healthy options made with local, seasonal ingredients.
Moving beyond just sweets.
Think gourmet avocado toasts with interesting toppings, artisanal quiches, or vibrant grain bowls, not just sugar bombs.
Excellent, thoughtful points, host. Beyond the aesthetic and functional design, the third place aspect is, as you said, absolutely critical.
The community hub idea.
My dream shop would also feature a small, meticulously curated library of coffee-related books covering history, science, and global culture, alongside local zines and independent publications,
Oh, little library, love that.
encouraging intellectual exploration and connection to the community, and perhaps, most importantly, a prominent pay-it-forward board where customers can purchase a coffee or meal for someone in need,
Oh, wow, that's brilliant.
fostering genuine community, generosity, and compassion, rather than just commerce. It's about creating a space that enriches the lives of everyone who steps through its doors.
I love that pay it forward idea. That's such a powerful way to build community. And music. Gotta have good music.
Crucial.
Absolutely. Carefully curated playlist that subtly shifts throughout the day, perhaps upbeat and energetic in the morning, moving to more mellow, ambient, and thought-provoking tunes in the afternoon.
Setting the mood.
Never ever generic elevator music.
Listen.
This segment truly allows for a creative exploration of what makes a coffee shop a meaningful third place. A haven, a productive workspace, a vibrant community hub.
And for you, our listener, it's an encouragement to envision your own ideal coffee space and consider what elements are most important to you when you seek out that perfect cafe experience, whether it's for work, connection, or simply a moment of peace. Finding your ideal space. Important.
As we approach the end of our incredibly deep dive, let's turn our attention to something that genuinely touches everyone. Our health.
The health question. Always relevant.
Is coffee healthy? We're weighing the pros and cons of your daily cup because it's rarely a simple black and white answer.
It's certainly a nuanced and ever-evolving topic, host. And what's fascinating here is how the scientific understanding of coffee's health effects has developed significantly over time.
So what's the good news first?
The pros.
On the undeniable pro side, coffee is a surprisingly rich source of potent antioxidants.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
Like in blueberries.
Similar function, yes. Compounds that valiantly help protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. It's also well known for its immediate effects, increasing alertness, sharpening focus, and enhancing overall cognitive function. The reason most of us drink it.
Which is precisely why so many of us rely on it to kickstart our day and maintain productivity.
Yeah, that morning jolt and mental clarity are definitely a pro for me, making those early meetings bearable.
And relate.
And I've heard there are even some long-term health benefits associated with regular moderate coffee consumption that go beyond just the immediate energy boost.
That's absolutely right. A growing body of research has suggested potential links between moderate, consistent coffee consumption and a reduced risk of certain serious diseases,
Like what kind of diseases?
including type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, and even some liver conditions like cirrhosis and liver cancer.
Wow, those are serious. How does coffee help?
These studies often point to coffee's incredibly complex cocktail of bioactive compounds, hundreds of them beyond just caffeine, which contribute to these protective effects.
So it's not just about the energy boost. There are deeper, more systemic physiological benefits at play, making it more than just a stimulant.
Exactly. There's more going on chemically.
But what about the cons? Because too much of a good thing can quickly become, well, too much. We often hear warnings about overconsumption.
Indeed. The cons typically revolve around overconsumption, individual sensitivities, or specific patterns of use.
Like drinking it too late.
For many, consuming coffee too late in the day can significantly disrupt sleep patterns due to caffeine's long half-life, meaning it stays active in your system for many hours after consumption,
Right. Keeps you wired.
potentially blocking sleep-inducing chemicals. Some individuals are more genetically sensitive to caffeine and may experience increased anxiety, jitters, heart palpitations, or even digestive upset, even with moderate intake.
So it hits some people harder.
Yes, genetics play a role. And we must also critically consider the effects of excessive sugar, artificial syrups, and heavy cream additives, often found in specialty coffee drinks,
All this stuff we add to coffee.
which can quickly contribute to unwanted calorie intake, blood sugar spikes, and other long-term health issues, effectively turning a potentially healthy beverage into something less so.
So the black coffee might be fine, but Frappuccino, less so.
This raises an important question. What's right for one person might not be right for another. Coffee's effects are highly individual,
It depends.
depending on genetics, existing health conditions, and personal consumption habits.
That's a crucial point. It's about listening deeply to your own body and making truly informed choices about how coffee fits into your personal health and wellness goals.
Self-awareness is key.
I distinctly remember a phase in my early career where I thought more caffeine equals more productivity. I quickly learned my personal limit when I found myself pacing the office, unable to focus, with my thoughts racing.
A common experience, I think, finding that limit.
It really taught me that one size doesn't fit all, even for something as universal as coffee. It's not a one-size-fits-all answer, but understanding these pros and cons helps you find your own unique balance.
Finding that balance is crucial.
Beyond personal health, coffee also has a powerful and increasingly important role to play in global ethics and social responsibility.
The ethical dimension.
Yeah.
Very important.
Let's talk about coffee companies giving back, focusing on sustainable and charitable brands. It's truly wonderful to see the industry moving towards more conscious and impactful practices.
The rise of ethically conscious coffee companies is arguably one of the most significant and positive developments in the modern coffee industry.
What do they focus on?
This sector vehemently emphasizes the importance of ethical sourcing, robust fair trade practices, establishing direct trade relationships with growers, and fostering comprehensive environmental sustainability throughout the entire coffee production chain.
So, from farm to cup.
Exactly. It's about ensuring that everyone along the supply chain, from the hardworking farmer at the origin to the consumer sipping their cup, benefits fairly, and that the planet's delicate ecosystems are respected and protected.
So, it's not just about getting a great cup of coffee, but knowing that the people who grew and processed it are being treated equitably, earning a living wage,
Human dignity.
and that the environment isn't being harmed or depleted in the process. It's about conscience in a cup.
Exactly. While specific brands aren't in our sources, we can talk about the types of impactful initiatives these companies undertake.
Like what kind of projects?
Many invest directly and significantly in farmer communities, providing crucial resources for education, improving healthcare access, or implementing sustainable agricultural improvements that benefit both the land and the people.
Investing back into the source.
Others ardently promote eco-friendly growing methods, like shade-grown coffee, which actively supports biodiversity by mimicking natural forest ecosystems,
Better for birds and wildlife.
or advanced water conservation techniques in processing. A significant number contribute a portion of their profits to social causes, often within the coffee-producing regions themselves, creating a virtuous cycle of benefit,
It sounds like it's about a holistic approach to making coffee a genuine force for good in the world,
addressing both people and the planet.
addressing both human dignity and ecological responsibility.
It absolutely is. These initiatives profoundly highlight how our consumer choices can collectively drive powerful, positive change throughout the coffee industry, supporting both people and the planet.
So where we spend our money matters.
It truly empowers you, our listener, to align your coffee habits with your values, knowing that your daily cup can actively contribute to a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. It's coffee with a conscience. Hashtag tag 5.3 TEDifies. Current and emerging coffee trends.
Coffee with a conscience. I like that. The world of coffee is never static. It's always brewing up something new, constantly innovating and evolving.
Always something new on the horizon.
Let's talk about current coffee trends. What's hot right now and what's next in coffee culture. It feels like every year there's a new must-try drink brewing method or even a completely new way of thinking about coffee.
The coffee landscape is indeed in a constant state of flux, reflecting rapidly changing consumer tastes, an increased global health consciousness, and continuous technological advancements.
Okay, so what's a big trend right now?
We're seeing a significant and surprising growth in specialty instant coffee, for instance.
Instant coffee, but good instant coffee.
This isn't your grandparents' often bland, freeze-dried instant coffee. It's carefully crafted, often single-origin, high-quality coffee designed for unparalleled convenience without sacrificing nuanced flavor.
Oh, that's incredibly interesting. The idea of a truly good instant coffee for travel or those super quick mornings definitely has massive appeal.
It's filling a niche.
I've always viewed instant coffee with a bit of disdain, so this sounds like a real game changer. What else is popping up on the horizon?
Another major and rapidly expanding trend is functional coffee,
Functional coffee. What does that mean?
where coffee is infused with various beneficial compounds like adaptogens, which are natural compounds believed to help your body manage stress and achieve balance.
Like ashwagandha or something.
Potentially,
Yeah.
yes. Or nootropics, often called smart drugs, aimed at boosting cognitive function and mental clarity, or even CBD for relaxation.
So coffee plus extra benefits.
These cater to consumers actively looking for specific health benefits beyond just the caffeine kick. We're also seeing innovative cold brew techniques becoming increasingly mainstream,
Like nitro cold brew.
such as nitrogen-infused cold brew, which gives a creamy cascade-like texture reminiscent of a stout beer, and ready-to-drink options taking over supermarket shelves.
Canned cold brew is everywhere now.
And the explosion of alternative milks continues unabated, with oat, almond, and soy options becoming standard, alongside new plant-based alternatives and unique flavor infusions that push culinary boundaries and offer endless customization.
So it's about customization, enhanced health benefits, and exploring new textures and taste sensations. What's driving all this innovation and rapid change in the industry?
Is it consumer demand or something else?
Yeah.
These trends are undeniably driven by a powerful combination of factors: a growing global appreciation for genuine coffee quality and craftsmanship, a heightened and very active awareness of health and wellness,
People want healthier options.
the ever-present demand for convenience in our fast-paced world, and a general spirit of bold flavor experimentation and culinary adventure. Consumers are more educated, more adventurous, and more discerning than ever before,
We know more about coffee now.
actively seeking out unique experiences and products that align with their lifestyles and values. This constant evolution vividly shows how the coffee landscape is a dynamic reflection of changing consumer tastes and broader societal values,
Always changing.
keeping you abreast of new developments and inviting you to explore exciting new aspects of your daily coffee ritual. Hashtag 5.4. Personal passions fueled by coffee.
It's exciting to see what comes next. Now let's bring it back to an even more personal note. For many of us, coffee isn't just a drink. It's an indispensable partner in crime for our other passions and hobbies.
Coffee is fuel.
How coffee fuels our other hobbies, from intense gaming sessions to focused writing, from deep dives into music to creative endeavors, is something I definitely relate to.
It's an incredibly powerful and often underestimated connection host. Coffee's stimulating effects, primarily from caffeine, can significantly enhance focus, increase alertness, and even improve reaction times,
That focus boost.
making it a natural and highly effective companion for activities requiring sustained attention and mental acuity. For many, a carefully prepared cup of coffee marks a subconscious or even deliberate transition into a period of dedicated activity or intense concentration.
Absolutely. For me, if I'm settling down for a long writing session or really diving deep into a complex creative project, that first cup of coffee is like a potent signal to my brain. Okay, it's go time.
The ritual signals focus.
Let's get focused. Let's get those creative juices flowing. It's almost a ritual in itself that prepares you for deeper engagement and sustained effort.
That ritualistic aspect is absolutely key. Whether it's gaming, where the increased alertness and improved focus can translate into better strategic performance and quicker reaction times,
Getting that competitive edge.
or listening to music, where a relaxed but acutely attentive state can deepen one's appreciation of intricate melodies and textures, coffee often acts as a powerful enhancer.
Helps you tune in better.
It can inspire creativity by improving cognitive flow and helping to overcome mental blocks, or simply complement relaxation, creating a perfect, focused atmosphere for reading a captivating book, sketching, or engaging in any hobby that benefits from a heightened state of awareness without being overstimulated.
So it works for intense focus and a relaxed enjoyment.
It's about leveraging coffee's stimulating effects to amplify enjoyment and productivity in various contexts.
I can definitely see how it helps with that zone-in factor for competitive gamers, giving them an edge. And for music, it just helps me listen more deeply, appreciate the nuances and subtleties in a way that tired ears might miss.
Heightened perception.
It beautifully explores the psychological and physiological aspect of how coffee's stimulating effects can be channeled into productive or deeply enjoyable activities, inviting you, our listener, to reflect on how coffee supports your own passions and daily rhythms.
A very personal connection.
We've covered so much today, from dancing goats and ancient legends to smart gadgets and the future of sustainable brewing. But let's end this epic exploration with a laugh, particularly at ourselves.
Okay, time for confessions.
It's time for confessions of a coffee snob laughing at our specific quirks, our sometimes over-the-top preferences, and our unwavering dedication to the perfect cup.
Embracing the inner snob. I like it.
I'll go first. I might discreetly judge a coffee shop's entire existence based on whether they have a proper, well-maintained pour-over bar.
Uh-oh. The pour-over test.
And if they don't, I might audibly, though politely, sigh internally.
Oh, host. I understand that sentiment completely. My own snob moment often involves traveling with my own specialized hand grinder, a specific set of freshly roasted beans,
You travel with gear, seriously.
and often a portable pour-over kit, even for a short trip. Rather than risking the uncertainty of hotel coffee, the very thought of pre-ground coffee or an unregulated drip machine fills me with a mild dread.
Okay, that's dedication.
I've certainly been known to discreetly bring my own French press to a relative's house just to ensure a baseline level of quality.
The horror of truly bad coffee on vacation or at a relative's house. It's a very real, very personal struggle.
The struggle is real.
And I also have incredibly strong opinions about water temperature, grind size, and the exact blooming time for espresso. I mean, if the barista doesn't know those granular details,
Can they be trusted?
can they even call themselves a true barista? It's not actual snobbery, of course. It's just a profound dedication to quality, an unwavering pursuit of perfection.
Exactly. It speaks to how a genuine passion for quality, nuance, and the intricate crafts of coffee can sometimes manifest as what others might perceive as snobbery.
It comes from love.
But truly, it's about appreciating the art, understanding the myriad variables that go into a great cup, and relentlessly pursuing that perfect sensory experience.
The quest for the perfect cup.
And it's perfectly okay, even commendable, to have high standards for something you love and consume daily, something that brings you so much joy and focus.
It's about embracing those specific preferences, no matter how detailed or particular they might seem, and finding genuine joy in the details that elevate your coffee experience.
Absolutely. Own your preferences.
This segment really encourages you, our listener, to embrace your own unique coffee preferences, your rituals, and yes, even your little snob moments. Because in the wonderfully diverse and passionate world of coffee, dedication and enthusiasm are always welcome. #tag outro.
Well said. It's been quite a journey.
Wow, what an extraordinary journey we've had today. We started with these legendary dancing goats in ancient Ethiopia.
The dancing goats. Feels like ages ago.
Traced coffee's revolutionary path through the bustling, intellectually charged European coffee houses, explored the wild and wonderfully weird world of elephant poop coffee and bizarre world records.
Covered a lot of ground, weird ground sometimes.
We then systematically busted some common myths, and finally delved into the incredible artistry of roasting and brewing, touching on technology and DIY magic.
From myth to machine.
We've seen how coffee stitches itself into global cultures and traditions, fuels our individual passions and creative endeavors, and profoundly impacts our health and global ethics.
And we've touched on how technology and personal customization are continuously shaping the future of our daily cup. So what does this all mean, host?
What's the big takeaway?
It powerfully reaffirms that coffee is far more than just a beverage. It is a complex, ever-evolving subject, rich with layers of history, intricate science, profound culture, and deep personal connection.
So much packed into one little bean.
If we truly connect this to the bigger picture, the journey of a single coffee bean, from farm to cup, impacts global economies, personal health, and the daily rituals for billions of people worldwide.
Billions. It's staggering.
As you sip your next cup, consider not just the delightful flavor, but the entire incredible journey it took from a goat's curious bite in an ancient land to sparking global revolutions.
From farm to French Revolution.
From a humble bean to a powerful catalyst for community, creativity, and change. What new aspect of coffee will you explore next, and how will that exploration deepen your already extraordinary connection to this truly exceptional beverage?